I'm just a boy from Kansas out to save the world from chronic disease. And I truly mean that. Nobody is in control of your health but you. I can't heal you. Your doctor can't heal you. You have to heal you. And it's all about having the education and empowerment to know what you need to be changing within yourself, within your life, to set your soul free and accomplish that best life that we all like to talk about. And I truly believe that the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. I'm Brendan Vermeyer, the original Holistic Savage. Welcome to the Holistic Savage podcast. Well, hello.
Well, hello. Just give me 1 second, Brendan. Let me shut down my dinging email. Make sure I'm centered. Here I am.
Whew.
How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great. You can't see, but I do have stuck and tethered.
I know.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right, Twinsies.
Yeah. I made a note last night. I was like, oh, shoot. I hope it's clean. It was. So
I know.
Jackpot.
That's why I have like 3 of them. So I'm just like, oh, it's my only wardrobe. It's fine. Really been so looking forward to this conversation like all year.
Yeah, me too. I remember we had our fall start, and I know you were having a big weekend. I was having a big weekend. I'm finally getting some more grounding. So I'm happy it's Wednesday of this week and not Monday. Or else I would not have known where I was in a very real way.
Oh, totally. Well, and you've been all over too. I saw you were in LA at one point and then somewhere. I don't know.
Lots of traveling. The membership got launched on Friday. So lots of logistical things happening. But
totally. Yeah.
All positive.
A million questions. And that's where I envision at some point we'll be hanging out in person and we can, talk all the behind the scenes stuff. But, okay. Podcast stuff. Let's dive in. So essentially, this Holistic Savage podcast is all about functional medicine, functional fitness, functional spirituality, and functional psychology, which, I really just kind of threw a functional in front of psychology and spirituality, and now it's a thing.
There you go.
And it's amazing. So, I've been really enjoying, I've been on my own existential journey on my life path this year. And what's really been super fun for me is I feel like you and I are working towards the same ultimate goal. And I feel like our paths have been running parallel. And all year I'm like looking over like, damn, she's doing some really cool shit over there. And then meanwhile, I'm like, well, I got this stuff that I'm doing. And so you've had a hell of a year. Like, let's just go ahead and kind of open with that where, I started following you maybe like a year and a half ago, and you're sitting at like 60,000 followers and your content was just soul woking and riveting. And over the past year, you've gone from 60,000, you've gone viral. You've gone to 1 million followers.
On a personal level, as I'm doing my thing to wrap my head around what the collectiveness aspect of it. But I say that because I think this leads into what has really been emblematic for me this year is I think that the viral nature that I agree with you. I had little expectation coming on. When last July it was when I decided to even take to social media. I had my own personal account and I had my private practice. So I had a little, mindful healing moniker up. I wasn't really using it though in any particular way. So when I decided to first come online, I had no real expectation except needs from my perspective, which were, I think, twofold, one personal and one professional. The personal was, I was already well along in my dark night of the soul, physical health crisis, spiritual health, emotional health crisis, and my healing from it. So from a personal perspective, I was really lonely and isolated because within that journey, I started to look around to others around me, relationships that I had for years upon years at this point. Wasn't really seeing people outside of my partner, which I am ever grateful for even having a person to share that sort of really deep emotional and challenging at times experience with. I was looking around and I was feeling really isolated, really misunderstood, and really alone on a personal level. On a professional level, because I was really coming to terms, I'm really happy that you threw one of the words that you threw functional in front of, Brendan, was spiritual. Because as maybe surprising to some listeners as this might be, and I actually did a post, or I incorporated this in a post this week, the soul, spirit is non-existent, and I'm talking from a professional standpoint, in the training program of mental wellness.
There's a tasty sneak peek of episode 12 of the Holistic Savage podcast with our host, Brendan Vandermeer, and his special guest, Dr. Nicole. If you guys want to hear more of this podcast episode, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast channel. Full episode of 12 will come out on 12/12. See what we did there? Pretty fantastic. At 6 a.m. Available anywhere that you love to podcast.